Well, glory be and mercy me, we've done it yet again. Here we are, daily walk through the graveyard. As you can see, it is a winter wonderland out here, and it happened overnight. Literally, I was going for a walk yesterday, I could still see the grass, and now, no, you gotta dig for the grass now. Well, welcome to January, welcome to February, even in Toronto, technically Canada, technically Canada. So today I'd really like to talk about, I've been talking a lot about the commodification of aspects of our life by the capitalist death cult. Today though, I was really realizing yesterday that what we are even doing here, this social media thing that we're all doing, seems like the precursor, the prototype to a new form of commodification, a new style of commodification, where the capitalists are attempting to commodify time itself, your time. They're attempting to commodify life itself. And they're doing this through social media and now with this VR stuff and the Metaverse and all of this kind of thing. And what it's going to do, right? So what's happening? They make you work in the real world, right? For way too long, for way too little, not getting enough, exhausting you out of your brain, doing stuff you hate to do so that you can ultimately destroy yourself and everyone around you, right? Like, that's why it's a death cult. The comet's coming, guys. It's gonna hit you. You can see it. It's obvious. So what they're doing now is attempting to commodify every single moment of your life outside of the work that you're doing in real life. They do this by getting you jammed on Facebook, on Reddit, even on all of these social media platforms, Twitter. You spend your free time, your leisure time, your downtime, your relaxation time, funneling yourself into these communicative modes that they are making money off of, right? Through advertising, through selling your data is actually the big way that they make a lot of money. But now we are stepping into digital spaces, VR spaces. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a tier in the society. It's going to create a class within the society who interacts exclusively with one another through these VR methods, through this VR world, right? That the billionaire class is no longer pleased with even having serfs and workers. They want these serfs and workers to be completely bought in to their digital world, right? We're all familiar with those sort of like creepy, like we're a family here vibe that places give off. We're all familiar with that kind of creepy, obsessive way that corporations act when they try to seep into the brain of the worker, right? That you have to sacrifice everything, including your leisure time, including your personality, including who you are. Well, now they're going to do that in a literal sense. And it's going to create a massive divide in the society, because the only people who will be able to participate in it are the people who have the wealth to be able to do so. So you are going to actually have a divide of people within the society, a segment of the population, who are spending all of their time in these digital created worlds, probably propped up with NFTs and cryptocurrencies and all of this complete and total nonsense. And the people who can't afford to participate, right, they'll be the ones who are actually doing the work necessary in order to maintain the systems so that these wealthy people can exist in this fake universe. It's how capitalism is actually solving the climate crisis. It is actually saying, well, if this reality is going to be destroyed, right? If we're going to actively pursue the destruction of this reality, well then certainly we should create a space that's actually quite nice, right? That's actually quite a place where we can go to retreat and exist in leisure, where there are no rules, where we can interact how we would like, right? And you just imagine how these systems become more and more powerful, more and more immersive, more and more believable, right? Why would a billionaire want to spend any time in reality when he can go into a reality of his own creation, where he can fly, or where he's literally surrounded by only yes men? Because the only way to make it into this metaverse or into any of this kind of stuff is to be a yes man, is to go along with your Zuckerbergs and your Bezoses and your Musks and all of this, right? And effectively what this will do is it will create a digital universe where the powerful and the rich are essentially gods, and where there will be no critics, right? That's the biggest part. There's that your free speech argument will simply not exist in that space. That if a person like me were actually able to attain enough wealth in order to get connected to any of this kind of stuff, well, then what they're going to do is they're going to chase people like me away. I simply won't be able to participate or be a critic, right? It's exactly the same thing that they're attempting to do with the internet by creating Internet 3.0, right? And saying that, oh, the infrastructure of the internet itself can be owned, right? Can be privately owned. And so in this way, they are going to commodify even our thoughts, commodify how we speak to one another, commodify how we exist in the world. This is why, in my view, NFTs are taking off, because NFTs are essentially just digital art, right? So instead of commissioning artists to actually do art in our actual art spaces, well, what are we doing, right? Artists are selling stuff in digital spaces, and it no longer actually functions or works the way that it used to in the past. We're not attempting to beautify this reality. We're selling this reality to the billionaire class. That's what we're doing. We're selling this reality to the billionaire class so that they can use it as a battery to fuel their fantasy created lives and their fantasy created existences in digital realms that don't need to exist in the first place, right? And while we're doing it, this is my favorite part, while we're doing it, we're all clapping our hands excitedly, talking about how, oh, what a wonderful and great future it's going to be, being completely ruled by these detached psychopathic billionaires who are literally going to destroy the planet so that they can, you know, go spend time in like Skyrim as a god, these sorts of things, right? And everyone who surrounds them will laud them and worship them. Welcome to the new godhood, right? Zuckerberg, Musk, Buffett, Gates, right? They'll create like a new pantheon of gods. All right, guys, I'm struggling with the snow here. If you've made it to this point, please like, share, subscribe, right? If you don't share it around, YouTube doesn't, right? Because they're trying to kill leftist voices on the platform. They're trying to chase leftist voices out of the conversation. So please share. Always remember, guys, you are a quantum being walking around in quantum energy. These billionaires are attempting to harness it and use that energy to not only destroy this plane of reality, but erect a new reality that they can commodify. Don't let them. Rebel, revolt, repent. Good luck. We're gonna need it.